Welcome back. Dowsing part 2. Friends, in this lecture we are going to learn about dowsing rod for dowsing. Again, to douse means search. For searching anything, we are using some instruments. That instrument is called dowsing instrument, and the person who is doing dowsing is called dowser. So in dowsing rod, this kind of instrument is used. These are simply L-shaped, or you can say like this, L-shaped metal rods. You can use any kind of metal. I am using copper. Say around 1 feet height, then 4 inches for handling this dowsing rod, and one point is given in front. This kind of rods are used for dowsing. Also, one handle is provided over here, two handle. For beginners, I advise to use handles. Handles may be of wooden or metallic handles are there. So there will be zero contact of dowser and a dowsing instrument because of that handle, because that handle is very free like this. So there is no control of that person on particular dowsing rod. So for beginners, advise that use dowsing rod with handle. So handle are provided over here to hold it. Now, what is the best position for dowsing? Before that, I will say that both the rods should be of same size and the same weight. That is important. Here is the quality of material you have to look after. So do not compromise with quality. So same length, same weight should be there. How to handle? You have to hold dowsing rod like this. You have to leave 1 finger distance from the top. Just leave 1 finger distance from the top, and then you can hold this rod like this. Okay. So after holding this rods, you have to keep your both the hands near to your chest like this. After that, you can ask any question to the rods. When the rods get separated like this, it means the vibrations are very good. Whatever question you have asked, that is, the answer is positive. This shows positivity, and this kind of movement shows not a good, or you can say not that positive. I will not use negative word, but I'll say that not that positive. Need some positivity. Right? This position shows it's very positive. So this is how you have to handle dowsing rods. Which kind of questions you can ask? You can ask the vibrations in front of you, particularly in Vastu Shastra. When we visit any Vastu, any house, we used to check the vibrations of each and every directions. 8 directions. Every direction we check vibrations with the help of this dowsing rods. You can check aura of any particular person. We'll talk more about this also. Then you can use these rods for finding underground water sources. Underground water sources. Whenever you want to drill water pump or water source, that time you have to find out the perfect point of water source. With the help of this dowsing rods you can find if you practice it. So this is the way. These are the majorly used uses of dowsing rod. So we'll see the practical of this dowsing rod. As I said earlier, you can hold this like this. There is no name ceremony is required for this dowsing rod, like pendulum dowsing instrument. You have to just hold it and you can go for the question, like how is the vibration in front of me. See, the dowsing rods are getting separated. That means the vibrations, the pulse of this area or in front of me is very, very good, because I am standing in my house and my house is as per Vastu Shastra, and just in front of me I placed mandir of my God. So, and it is in northeast, so northeast. So it has to be positive in such way. In my practice, I used dowsing rods mainly, because again here is your subconscious mind is very, very important. You have to tune with your instrument. Your subconscious mind is tuned with this instrument because, as we said earlier, we have answers of every question in universe, and universe can attach with your subconscious mind, and with the help of this instrument which is attached with your subconscious mind, we get the answers. So this is the procedure. It will take some time to become master of for this procedure, but you have to practice and practice. So this is how you can use dowsing rods. Suppose I ask, where is the kitchen of my house? See, both the rods moving towards the left. While recording, the images like reverse, but this is showing towards my left, and it is exactly towards my left. My house kitchen is exactly towards my left. So this is how you can find lost things. Suppose you lost your passport, and you can ask question to pendulum. Is it in my house only? And pendulum shows yes. Then you can use dowsing rods. While standing in front, in center of the house, you can ask in which direction I may get my passport. So this rod will show you the direction, and you can search particular thing in that direction. You can stand in any position like this. It is not necessary to stand in facing toward east or north or something like. It is not like that. You can stand like facing towards any direction. See, suppose I am standing like this, okay, and I ask where is the main door of my house. Towards my right side. This is right side, my right side, and it is in the right side of my. So this is how you can use dowsing rods for checking aura of any person. You can ask that person to stand in front of you, say around in 3 to 4 feet, and you can just measure his aura. Suppose her or his aura is showing very good, and if it is not showing good or it is crossed, then we can advise that person to take advice of medical, any doctor, or you can take some regular checkup like blood, urine, and that we can advise, because this is not for the curing any kind of disease, right? So we can advise, just go visit doctor and take his advice. This is how you can check aura. Whenever we have to find underground water, suppose in farm, it's a big farm, and we have to find water. That time, first we have to stand in center of that particular farm, and then you can ask in which direction I get maximum source of water. Suppose dowsing rods shows like in the right side of your, you can find good source of water. So you can start walking with this position to your right side. You can start walking toward right side. At the point where dowsing rod gets separated, you can mark that point. You can mark that particular point. You can keep one stone or something at that point. Then from that point, you will move towards all the direction and start walking towards that particular point. Whenever you reach that point, if you find the rods get separated, that will confirm the source of water at that particular point. So from all direction you start walking towards that particular point. From this way, this way, this way, this way, you will start walking. Let's say around 15 to 20 steps. You start walking, and from each direction while walking, if you find separation of dowsing rod, that confirms you the source of water at that point. You can drill, or you can say bore well. You can have bore well there. You will get the source of good water. So this is how you can use dowsing rods. Earlier days, as I told before, Y-shaped neem wood branches were used for finding underground water. You can use these rods if you are expert in this, if it is tuned with your subconscious mind. I am very strong believer of my instrument, because I never fail. I always get good results with the help of these rods. So I trust on my rod. It is very tuned with me, and they always shows me a way and give me a good direction. Whenever I do some remedies as per Vastu Shastra in any house, we used to visit after a month to that particular place. If that person is ready to allow or whatever, we visit after 1 month, and again we check the vibration of that house. After doing remedies, the vibration should change. It should be very good. It should be very positive. So, for confirmation of our remedy effect, we used to visit and recheck the vibrations. This is how you can use dowsing rod in Vastu Shastra. Friends, one more instrument is used for dowsing, and that instrument is called spiral rod. It's called spiral rod. So this is spiral rod. There is one handle provided which is fixed. It is not movable like L rods. It is fixed with this wire, or you can say rod, and again one point is given in front. I mostly believe in L rods. I used L rods in my personal practice, but there are some consultant or expert who are using this kind of rods. So you must be aware of all these things. So this is how it is, and it is work like a pendulum only, or it will give you answers same way like pendulum, dowsing pendulum. See, you have to hold this like this. It will start moving. Now it is moving clockwise. This way you can find out the vibrations from each and every directions, or any kind of any person you can ask to stand in front of you, and you can just check his aura or body vibrations. You can check. This is one more instrument is used. This is also used for finding waters also, water in underground water also. Like this, you have to hold this like this, and you have to walk like just near to your farm, and you have to move by carrying this kind of in this position. At the point it shows clockwise, you can reconfirm that point from all directions for water sources. So this is how it can be used. For geopathic stress, again this and L rods. Geopathic stress, geo means underground vibrations. Geopathic stress coming from the underground can be measured, or you can find out by using L rods or spiral rod, just carrying like this. So it gives answers same as dowsing pendulum, say like this. So you can try this also. I never used this in my personal practice. I always believe, or I've been tuned with my L rods very much. So I believe on my particular instrument. You can use any of this. You can use dowsing pendulum. You can use L rods. You can use spiral, whichever you find easy to handle or friendly, you can use that particular instrument. That's all in this session. Thank you so much.